Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Hey everyone, Sue here from 1A Auto, and today on our 06 BMW 325 Ci, I'm going to show you how to adjust your rear disc parking brake. If you need any parts for your car, click on the link below and head on over to 1AAuto.com. I'm going to break our wheel studs free, and it's a 17 millimeter. I'm going to start at the bottom. Just going to break them free, then lift it up on my 2-post lift. You can use a jack and jack stands at home if you need to. Now that my car is up in the air, I'm just going to take off the lug studs the rest of the way. So in this situation where the tire is stuck on there really good, I'm going to reinstall one of my wheel studs, and then I'm going to take a rubber mallet and I'm going to hit the back side of the tire. And there you go. So I hit the tire on the back side with the rubber mallet. I use a rubber mallet in case I miss and hit the aluminum rim. That's not something you want to do. So now we're going to remove the caliper slider covers. There's 2 covers back here. The top one. Now that's an Allen head in there, and it's a number 7. Size number 7 Allen head. Break that free. I'm going to break both of them free. And I can do it by hand. I don't need a ratchet. There is also, before you take this caliper off, there is a anti-rattle clip on the front part of the caliper. You'll see it on the face of the rotor face side. So we'll have to, that's the slider. So that's what the slider pin looks like. And there's the Allen head. These will get cleaned up before installation. Remove the top one. I can see the dirt on those. They just get hardened up. The caliper grease hardens up, and it's kind of limits the sliding part of it, and that's what it will do inside that boot. It will slide under pressure, which it's supposed to do. So now I'm going to just take my pry bar and slide this caliper right off. The inner pad and the outer pad will come with it on this BMW. Now we're going to take the caliper bracket off of the knuckle, and it's a 16 millimeter socket. Normally I would hold this caliper up because I don't like to put pressure on the flex hose, but this is just a very firm flex hose, and it's not really dangling too much. So I wouldn't worry about that. Let's take that bracket off with that 16 millimeter. Let's see if I can, there we go. Perfect. This is a rather easy brake job to do, so it's something to have fun with and enjoy yourself, and you can have a little self-pride and say you've done it. So we're going to clean this bracket up, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to break that free, and you can see some corrosion build up where the brake rotor meets the knuckle. So we're just going to spray that down with a little rust penetrant and let it sit. So I'm going to hit on the hat of the rotor, so that's where all the rust is, and I want to break that up. There we go. So here we have exposed our e-brake shoes, and we're going to give them a good exam and make sure that they're in good shape. So these look fairly new. There's nice thickness to them. And you can see there's no hairline cracks or heat cracks. The bonding is not coming undone. These are things you want to look for. If the glue was coming undone, you would be able to shift the brake pad lining off of the metal backing. And we don't have that case. These are in great shape. So I'll just clean it up with some brake clean and we'll reassemble our brakes. I'm going to take a wire brush. This is an actual brass brush, and I'm just going to clean up the hub and get rid of that rust lip. Let's get rid of the brake dust. Let that dry. So I'm going to coat the hub with a little bit of high temp anti-seize. I just want to put a thin coat. I'll put the majority of it right where it meets where that rust lip forms. To adjust the e-brakes on this 325 CI BMW, you take your rotor off and you locate your shoes and the e-brake adjuster right here. So it has a star adjuster to it, and you can see which way to go by, if you see the threads obviously gain space and pull out, then we know we're making it tighter. So, and the other way would be to close it in. There's no back window, so you have to take the rotor off to do this. So I do a couple of clicks at a time, and then I'm going to put the rotor on, see what it feels like on the actual hub, the hat, and it's fine. It's still loose, so I can keep adjusting this. I just want to feel a slight drag. And that's too tight. So that's a good way to show you what too tight is. And now we'll back it off. Just going to bring it in here. I'm going to go a couple more clicks up. Too tight. So there we go. Perfect. Just if I hit my hands and hold it flush on that hub, I can feel a slight drag. Nothing severe. And that's what we want. Now I'm going to line up that mounting hole with the screw and install that. The bolt, start it by hand, and that was the 6mm Allen head. It only has to be really snug, so I'll just give it a quick little taunt there. And now we're ready to install our caliper bracket. Just line the bracket right up with the ears on that knuckle. Put your bolts right through. I'm just going to snug these by hand, and then I'm going to torque them down to the manufacturer's spec. With our 16mm socket, I'm going to torque these caliper to knuckle bolts, 49 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to bring the caliper up, I'm going to line it right up and slide her in. Just keep an eye on your sliders, the bolt sliders, sometimes they'll go in. Okay, there we go. You hear the threads line up. And that was our 7mm Allen head, number 7. Start that by hand, find it. There it is. And I'll get the top one started. So now I'm going to torque the caliper to caliper bracket, and it's 22 foot-pounds. Now I'm ready to install my dust covers on those caliper sliders. Okay. Now we're free to let go and install the other wheel studs. I'm going to torque the wheel down, and the manufacturer's specs is 78 to 98 foot-pounds. It's a 17mm socket. Torque in the star pattern. And just double check it.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.